Hi everyone, Jose here, and I'm with
Mike.
And today we're going to be talking a little bit about artificial intelligence and how it's making its way into the real estate world.
Yes, it's definitely smarter than you are.
Absolutely, all of us actually.
Yes.
And some people say it's kind of creepy. It's strange that it could be so quick and so advanced and give us exactly what we're looking for based on information that we put into the system. One that comes to mind real quick is the most popular one, ChatGPT.
Yes.
Now this actually, it gained the most subscribers than any other platform. So it actually gained 100 million subscribers in just a short matter of time, even quicker than TikTok. This is actually a new technology that's going to change the way that we do everything. And a lot of companies are actually starting to jump on the bandwagon, and they're trying to enhance their business by using this technology. For one, we're in real estate. And I often have agents come and ask me, have you heard about this? How are agents using this? Can I use it for my business? Would it be beneficial? And we're about to go over some of the ways that agents are now starting to use this in their business today. One of those things is primarily, it's something as simple as description for a property. A lot of times agents don't feel that they're wordsmiths and they can't come up with something beautiful and fantastic and wordy. So why not leave it up to AI?
Yeah, so every time a new technology comes out, you have the people that do it first, like take it and oh man.
The early adapters.
Early adapters,
exactly.
yeah. So, and then there's the ones that are the naysayers, the ones that say, hey, this isn't really, this isn't working, this isn't for me. We start with Facebook, we start with Instagram,
TikTok.
we start with TikTok, YouTube. TikTok was a huge one. Only teenagers use it to dance.
At first it started out that way, right?
Yeah. But when I first started doing it like 4 years ago, that's the response I got from everyone is, why are you on TikTok? That's just for teenagers dancing. I'm like, no, this is a great way to get business. And it's the same thing with ChatGPT and other AIs. There's a lot of people that are saying negative, like it's taking away the personality of the business. And I have some pretty cool remarks.
Yeah, actually, you were going over some of those before.
Yeah.
Why don't you pull those up?
Yeah.
And just an example, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and he mentioned to me that he's actually using it now to write all of his descriptions for his MLS listings. So all you have to do is open up the system, and you enter in some features about the house. So you might say it's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath home with a pool, lakefront, and it's close to shopping and major highways and great community center, HOA is this, so on and so forth. But once you put in all the parameters, it would actually come back and write you a long, detailed description. And you can even say, I want it to be a professional description, I want it to be more of a fun, whimsical approach, and it'll actually curtail its response to the information you put in, which is pretty amazing because within 30 seconds, you're getting something back that maybe would have taken you an hour or two to produce or a concept for you to come up on your own.
Yeah, so the people that are always negative about new technology typically just don't understand the technology. So if you're watching this and you're like, what's this AI? That's not going to be good for my business. For example, I have one person that said, I would like to think the world rewards effort, creativity, and authenticity, but I've been proven wrong before. They probably don't understand ChatGPT pretty well. It's funny, everyone trying to automate away that their jobs. Call me naive, but the more you let technology run your business, the less valuable you are. I would call this one extremely naive because technology is where it's at. The people at our brokerage that do the best, that make the most money, they use technology to do it, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, ChatGPT, whatever it may be. ChatGPT just happens to be the newest one that if you're watching this, if you implement it, now I got the word down, if you can implement it first, you will have a huge advantage over a lot of realtors that won't implement it. It's not just for doing listing presentations or descriptions. There's a ton of neat things you can do with it.
You do a lot of YouTube.
Yes.
So what I noticed that some people are doing too is they're creating an entire script or dialogue for their presentation. So if I'm going to go and do actually right before we came on camera, I actually went into the ChatGPT and I told it to write a script for my YouTube channel explaining how ChatGPT can help real estate agents with their business. And what I'll do is we'll put this on the screen and I'll show you exactly what it came back and gave me. And it gave me a very detailed script with poignant excerpts on why.
We probably should have read that and did that because then we would have been a lot better using the AI than what we're doing right now.
Cut that. We'll just go back and do it. So let's do that.
But it's true. I mean, it has everything there, and I just sat down and I'm like, oh, what am I going to say? And if I had just read that, and that took how long to produce?
It took 10 seconds
Yeah.
and it created an entire script that I can use on my YouTube channel. And all you need is a teleprompter, or they actually make teleprompters for your phone. And you just read it off of here, and somebody's like, wow, that guy's very smart, sounds intelligent. It sounds like they took a lot of time researching the data, but in reality, this provided me all the data that I needed, and then I can make content in a quarter of the time that it originally would have taken me. So in this business, our time is the most valuable thing that we have. And if we could spend more time physically in front of the customer or showing them properties or doing consultations, that's where I feel I shine the best, rather than wasting my time doing all the busy work that doesn't really generate me the income that I desperately need in this business.
Yeah.
So, for instance, you mentioned before, in this business, we use technology for a lot of other things. Now, technically, I could have all my contacts and put them into a Rolodex, but we now know people don't use Rolodexes anymore. We use a CRM. And we put all of our contacts into our CRM to make our lives easier and use technology to help us become more proficient as realtors. But I'm glad we have that technology because it lets me have the time to do other things.
I think it's funny because you say that, because this specific comment says, remember when you were young and you could remember every phone number, but now you can barely remember your spouse's phone number because they're all saved in your phone. But why would you need to remember it if it's already saved in your phone? I mean, there might be a case where if your phone dies, you might want to, remember one or two specific
911.
numbers. Yeah, or your spouse's number. I mean, I know my spouse's number, so. But
it's tough. I'd forget.
Yeah, yeah.
our
But
numbers are easy.
the thing is, we don't need it to. So what I'm using is I'm using this valuable real estate in my head. I'm not using it to remember phone numbers. I'm now using that space in my brain to remember more important things that are going to be more beneficial to me and my business, my family, whatever it might be.
So in the YouTube world, a lot of us outsource a lot of the time-consuming things. A lot of times we have to be the ones on camera so people see our face. So we're still involved. We still have labor. We still have our personality. But then we may hire someone from out of the country for script writing, for example. A lot of people that do lifestyle videos, they have people do scripts for them, or for editing. So this would be a good example of the script writing. The people that do script writings, the AI will take over that and will do it in like a snap of a finger. It's amazing. I did it like, hey, create a YouTube script for a video of the top 5 restaurants in Orlando in the theme of John Grisham as an author, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you could be as descriptive as you want, and then all of a sudden it started boom, 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 and, coming out with this first scene, take the video shot of the restaurant coming up to the sunset behind it, and like it just was mind blowing. It's like magic. And I showed Blanca. I was like, check this out, and she was just like, what type of voodoo is that?
It's crazy. An entire script, and it blocked out the entire production, which is amazing.
For 10 minutes, I had 10 minutes, so I actually said for a 10-minute script.
Yeah.
So you can have a time limit too.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it goes beyond that. So there's so much utility for this new type of technology that's coming out. And our basic, our message is either one, you choose to embrace it, or you run away from it. But you don't want to be one of those extinct dinosaurs that didn't catch on to the next innovative wave that came through. So, in our business, there's always going to be something newer, bigger, better coming through. Just take it in, lean into it, and you've got to adapt to it.
The people that adapt to it first and take it on first, the first implementers, typically do really, really well. Whether it was Facebook, I started with Facebook, got 20,000 followers like that. People that started with Instagram, they did the same thing. TikTok got 100,000 subscribers within like 3 months. But now it will take like 2 years to get that sort of influence on there. So the people that implement these things first are the ones that win in this industry.
Exactly. And then, the people are like, well, there's other people that do that. You're taking away jobs and stuff. This is all going to naturally have its own progression anyway. Just like, for instance, if you wanted to hire somebody to, write scripts for your videos, originally we'd hire people here, our neighbors, people in the United States. And then all of a sudden they started outsourcing the job because it was cheaper and more efficient to pay somebody a quarter of the price to do it overseas. Well, guess what? Now we have AI technology that can do the same job absolutely free.
I hear that all the time. Every time there's new technologies, oh, you're taking jobs away. Well, what the first car took away the horse and carriage industry. So you can still be making shoes for horses if you wanted to, or you could start a Ford factory or a Chevy factory and be the next thing. So the question is, the people watching this, do you still want to be doing the horseshoes, or do you want to be the car industry in the future? And the future is obviously what the new technology gives us.
Yeah.
So
And guys, it's exciting. It's new. It's innovative, and just keep an eye out for it. And you can see if you like. Let's beyond ChatGPT, we have other AI technology. So one of them will actually allow you to take a video where you're looking off camera, maybe you're reading some cue cards or something like that, and the technology will actually rework the video to make your eyes looking directly at the camera, even though you weren't looking at the camera the whole time. There's also online AI tutorials where you could pick a different person, even though it's not a person, it's a computer-generated image of a person, but it looks pretty real. You pick your person, and then you pick the accent, and then you load up the script, and then they can create an entire tutorial video for you. You didn't have to pay for an actor, and you didn't have to pay for a production company. The whole thing's done right.
Soon it will just be there. Do a year's worth of YouTube videos using this animation, and then do restaurants this week, do bars this week, do top communities this week, and you just write it in for half an hour, and then your whole year's worth of stuff will be done. It seems like we're going that way.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. What it's even crazier is I was doing a little research on this last night before we made the video. There's actually an AI technology platform that will allow you to take a legal contract, highlight a paragraph, 2 paragraphs, a section, several pages, and then you paste it into the AI generator, and what it will do is it will take all the text and then it will give it to you in a few simple text as layman terms.
Yeah.
So you can fully understand and comprehend a very difficult piece of documentation.
That could be good for the lease that we have in a couple of locations that we have here, huh?
Exactly.
They're like, whoa, what's going on here?
Because a lot of the verbiage can be very confusing,
Yeah.
but having something like that can simplify a lot of things for a lot of regular people. But the list goes on, and I know a lot of times as realtors, when we have new listings or we're creating content, it's hard for us to go and get images. We'd have to pay a photographer to go out and get a genuine, original image that's copyrighted to us because we either produced it or we paid for it. Now with this AI technology, we can give a description of a picture that we want. We could say, I would like a picture of a mansion, a white mansion with brown shutters, tile roof, terracotta tile roof, that backs up to an ocean with a circular driveway, 6 palm trees, and what happens is that instantly it will generate an image exactly as I detailed. There you go.
Yeah, I've been playing with this, but like we're into my fiance's into red pandas, so I made a whole bunch of red pandas that were Star Wars based.
Yeah, and it's
pretty cool.
And it's amazing. And you remember when the whole ETF thing came out, and people were generating images and selling them, and the Bored Apes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So what happened was there was a lot of people that started creating, and digital designers were creating these images and then putting them up and selling them. Well, now you can just literally make up anything, any concept that's in your mind. You can
do this. There's people that are selling it. There was someone that won an art contest by using the same app that I use. And there's people that are making storybooks, like children's storybooks, using artificial intelligence. People say they're cheating, but I don't know. They're sort of using a new technology.
It's coming out of your own mind. So whatever you can,
you have to put stuff into it. You have to put prompts into it to prompt. Yeah. But yeah, world's changing.
It'll allow people access to a lot of other things that they didn't have the access to. Either they couldn't afford it or they didn't have the resources for it. So long story short, embrace the technology, find a creative way to use it in whatever industry you might be in. In ours, it's real estate, and we see a lot of agents jumping on the bandwagon. And we just kind of wanted to talk about it because it's interesting. And
you mentioned ChatGPT, which is the one that's all over the place. I started hearing about 3 months ago, but in the last month it's really exploded. There's other ones as well other than ChatGPT, and ChatGPT has a lot of issues with stability as well. Sometimes I go in there and it's down, like probably over 50% of the time I go in there and try to use it, it's overloaded with people using it.
Google has a very similar one. It's in its beta program beta testing right now, but it will be released soon, and it's very comparable to ChatGPT. Yep. You're going to see a big wave of this, so just keep your eyes open.
Yeah, one other thing before, it's a tool. You can't use it to replace you like what some of the people here think about. It can be wrong. Meaning, if you say, hey, the top 5 restaurants and give me the script, you better read that script. You better verify that what it's saying is factual and just use it as a guideline.
Or a template.
Yeah, the hardest thing sometimes with writing scripts is starting with the first sentence. This will help you get the whole thing done. Then you have to go through there, cross out things, do stuff. So it doesn't do everything for you. I think that's important to mention as well because there are some inaccuracies
Yes.
in it.
Use it as an aid, use it as a tool. Don't make it your primary source of
Truth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in more videos like this, make sure you subscribe and comment below if you have any questions, and we'll address some of these things on our next video.
And if you're a realtor in the Florida area and interested in preferred real estate brokers and working with me and Jose, make sure you contact us as well. I'll be glad to talk to you about our company.
Absolutely. Until then, take care, guys.
Bye-bye.